We're gonna save Hal this time. There's no reason not to. You don't know what compels you to go to engineering. It's nowhere near the walls, and the corridors are quiet as you approach. You burst into the classroom to find Professor Hal, cornered by a small, chittering thing. It's moving too fast to tell what it is. Every time Hal tries to get around it to flee, it climbs up the walls and keeps jumping at him. He's fending it off with a tablet, but he's getting tired. As you watch, the thing leaps at his throat and tears a chunk out of him. Hal screams in pain and crumples to the ground. You must gasp, because the thing turns to you and lunges. Shoot, this might be tough. We're not geared for, physical challenges. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We return to our third life, I had to think about that, where we are romancing Mars and going to become the governor! I'm the governor, bitch! Anyways, let's not waste too much time. I think we already did a sweep last episode. Apparently not. Dice sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. We'll sit down with him. We know he likes that. Conan is heading out. And friendship with Dice. Nice, nice. At some point, we're going to have to repair the relationship between him and Tange, but probably not this life. I'll want to do some research into that before we do anything. Also, I noticed that we are at 100% stress, which is less than ideal. Let's do this event with Tammy. Hug for her, and we've started the birthdays. We still need to de-stress, though. Oh, have we talked to Mars? I'm assuming we've talked to Mars, but I will check if we have talked to Mars. Ooh, no. Don't have that one yet. This card sucks, by the way, and we will forget it as soon as we are able. We've gotten it before, and it sucks! Oh, shoot, we can do the next one, too. Persuasion 40. Oh, I guess, yeah. I don't know if we've done this one before, so I'll read it. Mars would never stoop to using her fists to get her way, but she loves a good fight nonetheless. You ask her what she would have done differently if she'd been the captain of the Stratospheric when you landed, and her eyes go wide. She launches into a laundry list of shoulda wouldas, and whatever she says she would have done, you offer reasoning for why it wouldn't have worked. After a little while of this, Mars is positively invigorated. "Oh, wow, you really thought about all this, didn't you?" she says, cracking a little smile. "You're totally right. It's a lot more complicated than just making decisions and telling people what to do. Thank you. It's so important to have people like you around to keep me on my toes." She cracks her knuckles. "Okay, but when I'm governor, I will do so much better than the adults can. Nah, but you'll be a great second in command. To me, when I'm the governor." Yo, what's up, Dad? Oh, because we're at max stress. Gave us a hug. That's sweet. So we can technically do one more job before we... Oh yeah, he's freaking out about having to kill someone. Well, a monster, but still. Hi, are you gonna die yet? Nope. I'd like to try and prevent you from dying, but, I mean, I'm not actually going out there, so I don't know if that'll work. Anyways, because of that hug, we can do one more task before we rest, so maybe I'll do that. There are benefits to being a delivery person. You like making deliveries to Uticott because she always gives you a soy sweet from her pockets. You love making deliveries to the kitchens, though. Antecedent always finds a way to sneak a cookie into your hand. Delightful. Alright. Well, this is a bad draw. Yeah, that's a really bad draw. Poop. That seemed to do it. This card did help us raise up some of these ones. I don't really know how we could have gotten much better here. Like, I had to struggle to get that, so I'm going to take it. And somehow we could have gotten 2 more points out of that. I disagree, but you do you, game. I'm sure you could have, but... birthday. Second birthday. Bobber fruit. And this is where we get the flower from Mum? No? The one that I never give to anybody? Yeah, I'm not willing to do the medication route. When I do the life where I get transcendence, which kind of doesn't really matter what else we do other than being sure we're explorers, then I'll maybe do this kind of stuff where you... I know about this, goddammit! And they medicate you or whatever. Attack was scary, blah blah blah. We now have defense training, that's good. What? Me? Never. Jokey, jokey. I can't help it. Everything I do naturally just kind of leads me more towards loyalty to the group, to the colony. It's who I am, man! I value a good, strong society of people looking out for each other, making smart, rational decisions. If you're not making a rational decision, I will call you out on it. Otherwise, yeah, I don't need to be the leader. It's like, I don't mind. Take the free friendship with Tammy. Now, if no one else is going to step up and be a proper leader, I will try and do it. But, you know how it goes. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. Its unchangeable nature is never too great. And let's get back to delivering supplies. I saw someone in the comments mention I should probably try and spend time in the creche when I can, because it'll up our empathy, which is definitely good. We're actually pretty close to a rank up for that, too. And creativity? And creativity, too. Why not? Let's do a bit of babysitting. Hello, Garrett, Auntie Seaton greets you. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so happy you've come back to help. You know this place well. The creche. Part preschool, part all-day daycare. You practically grew up here, cared for communally while your parents worked their shifts. A few kids even live in the creche full-time. In a way, Antecedent, aka Anne, aka Antecedent, is every kid's mom. The smell of craft glue and clean blankets gives you a calming sense memory of all the happy time you spent here with your friends. Tammy is here too, one of the toddlers conked out against her chest. She looks comically petite carrying such a large kiddo, but she seems at ease here in a way you don't usually see. You're going to babysit too? She asks in an excited stage whisper. You'll love it. Suddenly, a bunch of wild hair and pink overalls runs straight into you, nearly knocking you over. Almost more kitten than kid, the child grabs your leg and stares up at you with unblinking green eyes. Watch that one, Antecedent warns. You remember Nougat? She's turning out to be quite the handful. Why don't you start off by getting her to go down for her nap? Gonna play a game. Sports ball! She shouts and pulls an extra bouncy, inflatable ball from a cubbyhole. You show Nougat how to bounce it on your head and bounce it gently up and down. Of course, when she tries, she bops it with such force that it flies across the room. She chases after it, clapping excitedly. Nougat makes a beeline for some older kids who are playing with a Creato-bot. She charges in to pick up the bot and hug it, causing it to flail and whirl and knock both her and itself over. I mean, I wanted her to lay down for a nap by tuckering herself out, man. By the time you get to the scene of the crime, there are tears, and the other kids are upset about their broken bot. The commotion attracts the attention of Antecedent, who swoops in with hugs and tissues. Within minutes, she has it under control. Whoops, she says, hauling Nougat up onto her hip with ease. Just a little mix-up. Don't worry, everyone. Garrett will get that bot fixed in a jiffy. Hey, this isn't my robotics expert life. That was last life. She winks at you with a warm smile. She knows! Well, this one's not too bad. I mean, the fact that this is here kind of makes it not as good. Yet we still managed to get a 21 out of it. What happens if we do it in reverse? Still a 21. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Empathy is 11? 9? 9 away. 33, right? Yeah, 9 away. Creativity is 12 away. So it'll be a bit. That's fine. We'll definitely do a few shifts there. We'll probably just try and alternate back and forth. It's another meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. You're trying to figure out what to do today. It's your job as vice president of fun ideas, but you're having trouble coming up with something. Think, Garrett, think! Oh, what's that smell? Oh, this is where we discover how Tammy would have died. Yeah, okay, we've definitely done this one before. We're just investigating the mystery. Get the schematic and see where the vent goes. Pull a schematic of the ship on your holopalm and track down where the vent goes. Snaking route connects to the kitchens. Nano printer being on the fritz. Oh, except Tammy's here this time. The lights are flickering here too. You take a closer look. There's some kind of black dust near them. That's weird. Little clumps of it are stuck to the wall and ceiling, all around the outlet and the back of the nanoprinter too. Climb up onto the counter, much to Antecedent's annoyance. When you put your hand near the black dust, your holopalm makes your hand tingle, like it's vibrating slightly. Electromagnetic dust. Yeah. Shh, Tammy says as you reach the door, and you stop suddenly. Anemone, Cal, and Mars bump into you from behind. Sorry, she whispers. I hear something. It's like something eating. Something really, really small. Tange notes this, but to you, at least, the room is silent. She does have, like, insanely good hearing. It's dimly lit, except for the holo-projected teddy bear in the corner that keeps flickering on and off. The one that nearly killed Tammy. You thought Professor Hal fixed it. Oh, I don't have the bravery. As Mars steps in, all the lights in the room suddenly turn on. 2 musical toys start playing all at once, and a toy robot begins spinning in circles, whirring. Mars shrieks. Yeah, Tangent catches it. No Tammy in this picture. But these guys. Solved our mystery. Nice. Oh, I keep getting this one. This does not help me. Actually, it kind of does really help me here. Okay, then we'll do it like this. Beautiful. Hey, if you're gonna keep giving us zeros, I will tolerate that card, but otherwise, stop giving me that card, please. Oh, hi, Tammy. What's up? Tammy's care. Oh, yeah, because we've got our friendship high enough. Favorite color is, as always, green. Favorite dessert is soy sweets. Favorite toy is I think I did my hollow palm last time, and she made us, like, I remember it being described as very poorly made, but like a toy hollow palm thing. I'm gonna say stuffed animals. Yellow, dolls, and cake. So I think next time she'll try and knit us a stuffed animal, which will probably go a little bit better as it's a little bit more geared towards her skill set. Do you like cake? Not especially, but I had two, so that's fine. Okay, you know what? Why don't we get organizing up, and then we will jump back over to the creche. A lot of people don't like to leave their workplaces to come eat in the cafeterias. Every day around lunchtime, you get to go around the colony and deliver steaming hot meals to people. This is the best, because seeing you means it's time to take a break. That would be pretty fun. That is not a great card to get locked there, but the fact that we have basically all ones does help. What if we do that? No. I think 18 is literally the best we can get here. Could have gotten a 21 somehow, okay. Not sure how you would have organized that, but you do you. It's Valentine's Day! And guess what? This year you actually get one, Mars. Mars has clearly been waiting for someone to come ask her to be their BFF, but she's trying to play it cool, looking expectant and nonchalant at the same time. She's tapping her foot while kind of idly looking around at nothing. She hums, opening her hollow palm. Let me make sure I didn't promise too many other friends already. She pokes at her hollow palm, holding it so you can't see what she's doing. Let's see. You have a lot of good qualities that I'm looking for in a best friend. Yes, I think of all the kids who applied, you're the most qualified for the position. I'm the only one. Okay, Garrett, I choose you as my best friend. You remember the thing about the candy and fish some soy sweets out of your back pockets to offer her. They've gotten a bit soft and warm. What flavor are they? She asks, holding each one up to the light to appraise it. Ooh, a green fizz. Those are rare. Then she surprises you by handing you an entire bar of chocolate. A whole week's rations wrapped like a present in a scrap of iridescent cloth. Aw, she never got to give that before. I can see why she would have been especially annoyed. Marzipan always remembers her friends, she says, nodding benevolently. That's cute. I'm glad I can make her happy this life. Alright, everyone else looks solid. We will take those medicinal roots. Thank you. Organizing is at 30, so this one should bump us up past a level. I don't think I've done Secret Fun Times Club past the mystery. You attend a Secret Fun Times Club meeting. Mars brings the meeting to order. Tange reads the minutes of the previous club meeting. Tammy serves flowery tea and soy sweets. Didn't we recruit Cal and Anemone too? Where are they? First order of business is that I am instituting a new rule. Ah, yeah, no, we did do this one before. And then Mars says and then clears her throat. Rule 5. All members of the SFC must wear uniforms to all club meetings. She taps her hollow palm and shows you her uniform idea. Black pants and dark blue shirts with high necklines and billowing at the cuffs. She's definitely designed them according to her own taste. Okay, but let us design better ones. You spend the next hour designing a club uniform, and everyone takes part. It becomes ridiculously elaborate. Tammy wants to add tassels to everything, and Cal insists it should include huge cowboy hats. Mars gets into a heated fight with Anemone over the type of shoes to allow. I guess they were both there. Good, good. Until Tange calculates how many kudos it will cost to print one of these uniforms on a nanoprinter. And you all realize that you couldn't afford them anyway. You come to a compromise. Instead of uniforms, you'll all wear a lapel pin with the club's logo. You spend the rest of the meeting designing SFC pins and printing them on a nanoprinter. If anyone doesn't have the kudos, Mars pays for them without complaint. +1 for each gem on other cards. That's a fun one. 1 slot becomes 2. I see. That order is whack. Again, it's the boring card that comes into play. I need to go look at how many cards I have, because clearly I do not have enough. That makes it a 21. That makes it a 23. Can't really do anything with these two straight-wise, because we just simply need these over here. So I think... could have gotten a 26. Okay. Dust time. What perk do I get? Extra gear slot. Lovely. Is the supply depot open? No. Okay, do I have any other gear? Oh yeah, I do. We'll take you to console hat. Oh, I should have a look around first. Spend a day with the parents. Cute. Hey, Tonin, are you about to die? I don't think you're about to die. I don't remember when he dies. I'm pretty sure it's the second year, because third year onwards we have Utopia as Chief Surveyor. I think. I could be making that up. That's what I thought. What is my friendships like right now? Mars 45, Dice 16, 13 with Tammy, basically nothing with Anemone, a little bit more with Cal. Surprisingly, a decent bit with Tangent, too. I thought we'd be at 0 with her. Congruence, you great. Oh, right, I said I would go back to the creche. Back to the creche! It's too hot indoors, so you spend a lot of time outside, spraying water at the kids and letting them get absolutely coated in sticky dust. They love to run around throwing buckets of water at each other, at you, and at any adult who comes within throwing distance. Fun. Okay, okay, this is a pretty good hand. I'll take this. Absolutely. Couldn't eke the 30 out of that, but I'm still pretty okay with getting that super goal. Empathy is at 28. Creativity is at 23. And Vertimnalia. Supply depot is open. And back to the talent show. Dice does pretty good. I think he does like a comedy thing. Oh, Magic Act. Magic Act! Magic Act! Always the Magic Act whenever it's available, baby! I might have a preference. Get a nice 2, 3, 4 out of that. 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 5. That's actually pretty good. Now we just need a 17. Which I think we can get if we go like this. Hell yeah. Could have gotten one more point out of that last one. Everyone is amazed by your magic act, especially the one where you pretend to cut one of the judges in half. You win as voted by audience applause. Mars is a little pissed, but that's okay. She can be pissed. Mars organized a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with dice, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The wall seemed like a neat place to hang out and relax, much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. I think we unlocked that in a different way than we normally do, but I'm not sure how we normally unlock that now that I'm thinking about it, you know? I'm pretty sure it never happened at Vertimnalia. Anyone got anything? Actually, you know what, Dice? Hey, bud. Have a root. Ah, we know how to get out. That's cool. Friendship with dice. Yeah, he hates both those answers, which is fair. But that's fine. It's hard to become friends with dice. Unless you're an explorer, and then it's super duper easy. Alright, back into the crèche, especially because... Oh, that's just kudos doubled. I saw the yellow and thought it was. Anyways. Most kids in the crèche go home at the end of the workday to be with their parents, but some live there full-time. Anne's triplets, for example, as well as orphans from the wormhole crash, and children whose parents have simply opted to have them raised communally instead. You've heard that orphanages on Earth could be troubled, but here in the crèche, everyone is cared for equally. They're lucky, in a sense. In the crèche, they have a huge family and so many siblings to play with. You and Tammy are putting 2 of these crèche kids to bed. Tammy is cuddled up with one of them, reading a book out loud. Tonight's story, Tammy begins, is about a little vacuubot named Litter. One night while Litter was charging, there was a power surge in her charging station. Zap! Tammy tickles the kid for emphasis. And the next morning, when Litter woke up, well, instead of cleaning, she decided to go on a grand adventure. Tammy makes the story up as she goes. She has the vacuubot venture all the way out of her geoponics dome to the other side of the colony to meet her cousin bots in engineering. But everything goes wrong and the little vacuubot gets scared and lost. After Captain Uticott saves her and brings her back to geoponics, the little vacuubot vows to never go exploring again and lives happily ever after. The 2 kids are sound asleep. The moral is to never have adventures? Oh god, another one of those! You're so great with kids. Telling a gentle tale. Yeah, I don't need another boring card. Thanks, Garrett, Tammy blushes. I can't wait to have kids of my own. I want at least 5. Maybe more even. Auntie Steeden says I can have as many as I want, and she and the other crèche parents will help raise them all together. I think I'd like that. Cute. Alright, well that is a pretty good hand to draw, to be honest. A nice, easy max points. 1 away from empathy leveling up, and unfortunately we're only getting 1 creativity at a time. It might behoove us, if we want to get that up, to actually go do some schooling again. Late dust. Making pretty quick progress on this year. You love to see it. You look cute with horns, Mars. I agree. Alright, what do we got? Might be good to be a musician this time around. You know, oh, I don't have enough. Sure, we'll buy that photo phoner soon. I get kudos for babysitting, right? I do. Sticky dust again. Probably could have placed that in a different spot, but that's fine. Now we can go buy the photo phoner. And also, our empathy ranked up. Spa? Pay to remove cards in the quarters spa. Ooh. I see. 50 kudos each. Good to know. I've got something else I want to spend the kudos on first, though. Photo phoner. I think you can actually become, like, if you buy the photo phoner and you, like, practice with it or something, you can actually become a musician. Not sure how that works, though. But I'm pretty sure there's an ending related to having the photo phoner. Yeah, because now see, practice photo phoner is a thing. +3 creativity and 1 bravery. That would help get our creativity up. Sure, you know what? The photo phoner, or phoner, is part flute and part paintbrush. We're not getting that ending this time around. We're getting the governor ending, but still. You point the end of the phoner in the direction you want to paint, blow into the other end, and it makes sound and draws holograms in midair. Comes with a funny earpiece that fits behind your ear and reads your thoughts. Well, not quite. More like it detects the electrical impulses in your head and draws those. You aren't really sure how to use this. Organizing 10 or persuasion 10. Instructional vids would probably be the best. Great masters, or at least the people on these teaching vids who you notice are just sitting in their bedrooms like you, can create a whole animated scene. A lake, trees, a boat, a person on the boat fishing. You watch as the holographic image reels in something big, then a gigantic fish jumps up and swallows the boat, with dramatic music to match. You can do this, no problem. Honk! You have a lot of beautiful ideas, but what you get is a masterful honking noise and a pulsating, tangled knot of sickly green light that quickly fades away. At this rate, you'll never be as good as the masters. That's discouraging. You look, but you can't find anyone else who plays a photo phoner, like nobody in the whole colony. Mars tells you it's a dumb gimmick instrument, and the ones on the depot shelves have literally been there since the Strato left Earth over 20 years ago. You have better luck with the adults, but only barely. Antecedent smiles when she sees you carrying the photo phoner. "Oh, those old things," she exclaims. "I remember those. I took lessons as a kid when they were popular for a hot minute back on Earth. I could play do-re-mi on it, but that's it. Never got the picture part to work at all, honestly." Guess you're on your own. Well, figure it out then. You sit down and experiment with it. The photo phoner is different for every person, so figuring out how to play it is a personal experience. You let your instincts guide you. You wish it was as simple as thinking tree and it paints a tree, or even blue and it paints blue. No, for you it's more like, well, if you think about food, it paints lots of round bubble shapes. And if you think about something that makes you angry, it draws orange squiggles. Mostly your photo pictures has a lot of purple lines that dance around. I guess that's your personal style. Okay. Actually, once you stop worrying about being good and just thinking about how it feels, it actually starts to feel fun. That's cool. Card becomes 2. Okay, so So maybe that? That's a 21. That's a 23. That's a 20. I guess we'll take the 23. One more of those and we will absolutely rank up our creativity. And it's also getting us bravery, which is nice. We don't have a lot of things that are giving us bravery right now, which is definitely something we're going to need. Oh, hang on. Hey, Tonin, are you gonna die? Don't die, okay? Maybe he dies in the spring. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I remember him rushing into the creche to see Tammy, but that might be year 1. Oh, do I have a present for you? I might. Nothing you're really that excited about? Yeah, I don't think you care much for fruit. You practice the photo phoner, and between sets you work on your schoolwork. Or you scroll the colony social media. You upload a recording of something you're working on. Your dad likes it. Of course he does, because your dad is the best. He's so freaking wholesome, oh my god. Okay. Card gets +1. That's actually pretty decent. There's not a whole lot we can do comboing-wise here, so we're just gonna have a bunch of little sets, I think. I mean, how could I do that better? Maybe if we go... No, see, that's worse. Yeah, at least here we can get a 12. Maybe we use some of our logs. There we go. Alright, we got our creativity up. We should probably go do at least 1 more month in the supply depot. We can now shop for clothes. That's cool. I do not know if we're going to be able to deal with the famine effectively this year. I'm just kind of now realizing. We're gonna have to try and do some exploring, but we have like no stats to support that. What's our toughness at? 12. I might be able to get my way out there. And we don't have the science. We have 0 biology. Like, let that sink in. That's worrisome. I guess we'll just have to maybe try and work in the fields. You deliver crates around the colony. It's boring work, but people are always excited to see you. Delivering packages might not be the most glamorous job you could do, but everyone's work is important to the colony, and you have a lot of time to enjoy your own thoughts. Felt. 3, 5, and 6. Another straightforward one. Oh, is Tonin dead? Yep. I tried. We couldn't seem to say anything. Oh well. Sorry, Tammy. I tried. On an exploratory life, we'll save him. Then we can do it personally. Hey, Nami. Alright, well, how's our persuasion, by the way? It's plus 15, so it's at 29, which means that's not too far from leveling up. What are these clothes? Superhero cape, that's pretty solid. And the backpack, I think, are what we got out of that. Nothing else is new. Mars calls the meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club together. She declares it's time to put the secret part of the SFC into effect. You're going to play spies. Oh, we've done the council meeting. Man, we did a fair bunch of these. Yeah, we're gonna go spy on them. Sweet, time to use my ninja skills. Organizing 20, we're gonna pretend to be cleaning. I'll actually read this bit because it'd be good to see what state they're at. Antecedent gives a first report on domestic matters. We've almost finished construction on the next phase of the living area, she says. Other than that, we're doing well. Instance gives a report from engineering. We've researched the electrical bugs the children's discovered had been chewing through the wiring, she says impassively. Even in great numbers, they provide far too little energy to make them a viable alternative energy source. However, power efficiency is up across the board due to our efforts in exterminating. Nothing to report from geoponics, your mom says, clearing her throat. We're struggling with introducing earth vegetables to Vertumnan soil, but early observation looks promising. Our efforts to cultivate native plants are going well. Udicott gives your mother her full endorsement. Rhett gives a report from defense. We're working on a strategy for dealing with the next Xeno attack. Utopia cuts in. On that note, there's still the matter of our scanners picking up that broadcast, but only in glow season, she says, standing up and putting her hands on the table. It has to be connected to the attack somehow. We should investigate now. Udicott shakes her head. It's far too dangerous to go recklessly off into the wilderness towards the back half of the year, she says. Remember what happened to Tonin. The other council members go quiet. I won't be responsible for endangering more colonists, Udicott continues. If something is out there during glow, I want to try to investigate it when things are more calm. Utopia slams her fist against the table. If we don't investigate soon, we'll all be in danger, she shouts. We can't keep living like this. Red also stands up and points his finger at Utopia. I'll be the one responsible for telling the family of your explorer that it didn't make it back, not you. So I'll thank you not to make decisions regarding the security of the colony. And they lapse into arguments. We're a bit more stressed. That's fine though, knowledge is power. Card becomes mental blue is not the bonus it thinks it is. But we still managed to get up there. We would have had a perfect straight if it hadn't done that too. Somehow could have gotten to 28? Excuse you? Okay. Quiet glow. And then shit happens. We're gonna save Hal this time. There's no reason not to. You don't know what compels you to go to engineering. It's nowhere near the walls, and the corridors are quiet as you approach. You burst into the classroom to find Professor Hal, cornered by a small, chittering thing. It's moving too fast to tell what it is. Every time Hal tries to get around it to flee, it climbs up the walls and keeps jumping at him. He's fending it off with a tablet, but he's getting tired. As you watch, the thing leaps at his throat and tears a chunk out of him. Hal screams in pain and crumples to the ground. You must gasp, because the thing turns to you and lunges. Shoot, this might be tough. We're not geared for, physical challenges. This music is very tense. 332. Sure. 653. Oh, come on. You're giving me a boring now? Oh, you bitch. Alright, that's fine. We can make that work. Yep, see, boom, we made it work. It's impossible to hit the thing. It's so fast, it's like a smear at the edge of your vision. What you do manage to do, though, is lure it outside the classrooms and get congruence to slam the doors shut. You hear it beating against the door as you run to Hal's side. I wonder what it was. Congruence guides you through how to hold pressure to Hal's throat to stop the bleeding, but stars, there's blood everywhere. Shit, I'm just now realizing in the other timelines, Congruence would have had to watch helplessly as Hal was killed. Like, even if the creature left him alone after tearing the chunk out of his throat, she would have had to just, like, watch and say goodbye to him as he bled out on the floor. God. Can you imagine? No wonder she's so torn up about it. Congruence really is best. Eventually, the doors open and Chief Engineer Instance runs in with an achievement to engineering, directing some of the security team to load Hal into a stretcher and take him to medbay. Kind of choked me up a little bit thinking about that. There's no sign of the creature. She surveys the carnage. "Good work, Garrett," she says grimly. "You might have just saved Hal's life." Her shoulders droop. "They must have crawled over the walls. Buggers." You return to your quarters. Your parents are horrified to see you covered in blood, relieved when you say it's not yours, then horrified all over again when you tell them about Professor Hal. Your dad checks his holopalm and tells you they got him to a medbed quickly enough that his injuries should heal in a few weeks. You saved Professor Hal's life. Man, that's good. I'm really happy about that. Alright. Well, it's the start of a new year, which means it's the end of this episode, but I will talk to Mars quickly, because I see... yes. Udicott is chewing out Mars. Sorry, but Mars is right here. "See," Mars insists, "everyone agrees with me. You might be on Vertumna, but your ancient old brain is still stuck back on Earth." She takes a deep breath and for a moment seems much older. "Governor Udicott, we need higher walls and more aggressive farmland clearing, and we need it now. Are we here to stay on this planet, or will we just sit around until the jungle swallows us back up?" Udicott's mouth opens and closes a few times. Then she puts her hand to her forehead. "Both of you, get back to your duties," she sighs. "Marzipan, we will talk about this later, in private." "No, I want to be there!" Oh well, good progress. I am still really worried about the famine coming up. I don't really see much, if anything, we can do about it. I hope we don't just get a game over this life. I don't know if you can game over from the famine. I think the worst that just happens is your mom dies, and then the Helios lands. I don't know. I still don't want mom to die, but, like... You know how it goes. We might kind of have to let that one happen. Low-key, that moment lives rent-free in my head. I think about it a lot. Anyways, this is where we're going to leave it off for today. So thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. And I will see you all next time for some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Bye-bye.